Good evening, all. I'm Josh Rackless, and this is May 30th, 2021, 10:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Ottawa, Canada, on the planet Earth. And what was I going to say? This is my nightly live bedtime summary of the day. This is where I talk about what I did today, just so that there's a record for posterity. And that's pretty much it. So today, woke up fairly early. Yes, okay. So last night, I chatted with you guys. I think after midnight, and I'm like, oh, that's too late. And then I listened to a podcast, and then I was still up, and I listened to another podcast, and then I woke up around 7, and then I was like, I should just get up. It's not going to be like the day before. And I'm like, maybe because I slept for like 10 hours the night before, I'm like, maybe it sort of spills over a bit, so I don't need as much sleep. But then I made a mistake of looking at my phone, so I was on it for a bit, and then a girl in the Philippines video called me, and then I said, I'm going to go outside and check what the weather is, and then she's like, oh, nice backyard, can I see your house? And then I walked to the front of the house, and I was showing it to her, and then my dad came out, and he's like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just showing a girl the house, and he's like, oh, well, I'm just surprised that you're up so early, because I was already in my running gear, and I was outside, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Just decided to get up. So then I went back, and then I don't know what I did. I guess I was just on my phone, and I finally went for my run around. I don't know. You can see on my. I guess I came upstairs. Was there anybody up? I think my mom was here. I think I came upstairs. Yeah, to get a little bowl of cereal, and my mom was already back, and she's like, "Oh, look, I bought some stuff at the farmer's market. She bought rhubarb. Oh, Kathleen says, hey, just in from a run. Good for you, Kathleen. And hi, Narain, who says, hi, good day. Yeah, so she went to the farmer's market. She got rhubarb. She got hot sauce. And she was like, it's going to be a special, like good dinner tonight. Like, I think the day before she had said it was going to be quinoa and shrimp. And then she's like, she's going to make a rhubarb crisp with pear rhubarb. I'm like, oh, that's all exciting. So I was looking forward to it. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be doing... That's right. I was up till like 11:30 trying to get my mic to work on my computer last night. That's why I was up late. So I went for my run, and I filmed a little video of dead fish in the canal on the way. And then when I came back and I told my mom about it, she was like, yeah, I don't know, she read somewhere that the fish died during the winter because the water was too shallow or something. And now they're just lying there, and the birds are eating them. So that's sad. And then I ran to the bagel place, and I decided to switch it up a bit. Instead of getting the breakfast bagels again, I tried a tuna salad bagel and a peanut butter and jam bagel, so I took a photo of that. And then I was running to the bench, or sort of walking to the bench, and then, no, wait, what happened? I think maybe I finished my bagels. At some point I was running, and then I ran past this woman, and she was like, she smiled at me, and I'm like, oh, well, I mean, all she can see is my eyes. I'm wearing a big hat and a mask, but she seemed kind of cool, like sweet and artsy, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should, I don't know. It's like, so I don't know. I started running the other way. Actually, I sat and ate my bagel and then started running, hoping I could catch up, and then I don't know what my plan was, to say hi again. Maybe she'd smile again, and of course I never found her. I don't know where she went. So that was ridiculous, but I got a bit of extra exercise out of it, going further away from my home, and then I ran back, and then I filmed a little video of the Pretoria Bridge rising and made some funny comments about the little man who lives in the little castle on the bridge, and that was fun. I posted that in the Facebook neighborhood group, and people are commenting, and that's fun. And then I came home. No. And then I guess I was supposed to... Okay, now I'm supposed to work on the voice acting. And I sat down and started it, and I did like a week. So there's a different page. It's this Christian book, and I'm doing a different page every day of the year. And I only did January and February. And then I got to like March 7th, and then my dad texted that we're having an early dinner. And so I came upstairs. I'm like, actually, that's pretty good. So then I can just, have dinner and then do the stuff after. And he was like, and my mom's like, yeah, because we're having dinner early because I'm kind of hungry, and also the food's ready. So I'm like, good. So we had our delicious food. And then we had the whipped cream that I bought a few days ago at the grocery store, so that was nice. And then I stuffed myself. Okay, so I'm come back downstairs. I'm working on the voiceover, and then my dad texts me. He's like, I keep getting this message that Dropbox is going to import your photos, but I have to pay $12.99 a month for it, and like I want to get my photos off my phone. I'm like, okay. I said, well, we can do it tonight or tomorrow. Like if you just plug in your phone into the computer, it'll import the photos. And then he texts me, it's doing it. I'm like, oh God. So I run upstairs and, he'd plugged it in. It was doing it. And we imported a couple times. I think it might have been doubling the photos. I don't know. Some of them were doubles. I'm like, why is it importing them all again? Because that's a test afterwards. I plugged it in again and it says it's going to import 3,000 new photos. I'm like, oh, but it just did them all. I don't understand. And then I was leaving. He's like, you're leaving? I'm like, yeah. Why? And he's like, oh, I just what did he want? I can't remember what he wanted. But then I showed him how to make a folder with all the fun, because he has all these photos that are just like, saved cartoons and stuff. And he's like, oh, this is my favorite one. It's like a picture of a woman opening the door, and the people are saying, have you found Jesus? But then you can see there's Jesus's feet under the curtains. He's kind of hiding. He thinks that's hilarious. And then eventually I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go. And I think my mom yelled, let him do his voice, his work. Oh yeah, at dinner she was telling me I got to break it down into little pieces, little chunks. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I've got to finish it all tomorrow, but it's not even possible anymore because it takes me like 3 hours to do an hour's worth, and there's like, or a month, and that's, there's 10 months left. Anyways, that was it. I came downstairs and did that, and then it was like 9 o'clock. I'm on March 13th now. It takes so long. And then yeah. Oh, and then I was like, I was stuffed. I ate too much food, and then I'm like, I shouldn't eat again. I should just go right to bed. And I had a thing of my like Mio, my Gatorade Mio thing, and then I'm like, wow, I just could picture myself. What if I have a bit of cereal? So I went upstairs and I brought a bowl of cereal, and I could hear my dad upstairs still in the den. Well, I couldn't hear him. I could see the light was on, and I'm like, okay, I don't like disturbing him by eating. So I came down and just ate some food, and then my friend Pauline that I went out with last week, she messaged me on this other app called Marco Polo, asking how I'm doing, how my $1 billion is doing. I said, yeah, it's coming. And then, yeah, this girl in the neighborhood Facebook group was like, $1 billion, what are you going to do? I told her my plans, and now she's following me on Instagram. Everybody wants to ride on my yacht. And then that's it. So now I'm in bed. So, all right, what do we got? Kathleen is watching. That's basically it. So, yeah, I don't really have anything to report today. Tomorrow's Monday. It's Memorial Day in the States. So the stock market's closed, but I haven't traded any stocks for a while anyways. And, yeah, I'm a month behind in watching my videos on the weekly stock updates, but I guess I'll watch them just to see. Sometimes it's nice to watch them and then see if they were right or not. That's it. Anybody got any questions? How's it going, Kathleen? My hand, it's a bit dark here, but you can see, I don't know, it's sort of healing. Maybe I'll put some more vitamin E on it. I guess I'm going to survive. Yeah, I think probably the Canadian stock markets are open. Actually, I don't know. I know Ben Shapiro's not doing a show, so he said, I think might be I would normally know this, because I would be on top of the stocks and following the stocks every day. But now I don't know. Anyways, maybe I'll see Charles at some point, and Pauline wants to get together too. So if I get up early and crank out that stupid book and get it over with. The Vax, yeah, if not, the arm was like just a bit sore where the arm was, but other than that, I don't feel anything. That's why I was wishing I almost I wish I looked at the needle going in, because now I'm like, I feel the needle. He put a needle in, but did he actually inject anything? I don't know, because I don't feel anything. But I've never, I don't know. They always say, like, oh, you might see, like, even the flu shots and stuff, you might feel. I'm like, I never feel anything. I'm like, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just superhuman. No, I don't feel tired. I don't feel anything. I ran for a long time today, like 6 kilometers, 7 kilometers. I enjoy that. I almost was like, you know what? I don't even want to go in. Like, and I'm not moving fast. I'm going basically the speed of a walk. But when I was running back, I'm like, maybe I'll just keep going. Like, I could spend all day just running around. Like, just running around and stopping at places with my phone and getting a bite to eat. And that's what I love about the summer, just moving around. And I wish I had done that more when I was younger, like, 18, 19, 20. Why not just run around all the time when you're like superhuman? Now I keep feeling like I could keep moving all the time, but then I'm like, am I too old for this? Like, should I be doing that? But I guess not. I mean, Daniel Craig's probably running around. I actually saw this video of, Kathleen says that's me on a bike. Yeah, I just want to keep going. I saw this video of Lenny Kravitz. Is that who it was? Like, I don't know, Men's Health interview or something. And he was showing his exercise routine, and he's like 10 years older than me, and he's just zipping around, working out on trees. I think he owns basically his own island or something. So I got to make, or at least a big farm in Brazil. I don't know what he's doing, but that's what I got to do. So when I have my $1 billion, I'll just build my own little island, and then you can all come hang out. It'll be fun. Yeah, so Kathleen rides all day on her bike. I jog all day around. I did that with my friend Luana, I guess 20 years ago when I was 27. I remember she had her rollerblades, and maybe my friend, who would I have been with? Was it Gus? Had his bike. And then I would just jog because I was like, I can just run. I'll run around. And I used to do that when I was like 18 or like high school. I'd go with my sisters. They'd bike, and I just run beside them. 'Cause it's like, why not? When you're young, just run, just go. I remember now running around at night, doing my jogs at night, taking my shirt off. It was summer. It was hot. And I was like, I just imagined. I ran past the gas station in Nepean. And I was like, what if the girls like are working there and they look out and they look at me and they're like, wow. But I don't think anybody wants to see me shirtless now. But I think we talked about this last night. Who cares, about the shirtless? You want to be rich. That's what women want. Stopping for ice cream, LOL. You're a machine. I am a machine. Yeah. And I just need to eat a bit less. All right, so that's it. I'll go to bed now so I can finish this stupid book tomorrow. Uh, yeah, I gotta check off. I still have to review those keyboards that were sent to me, so my mom can use one of them and try it out. I still gotta post my review of the bath shelf I filmed yesterday. So much to do, so much to do, so much to say. Isn't that a song? All right, have a good sleep, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. It's not Shabbat Shalom. Yesterday was the Jewish Sabbath. Today's just Sunday. Happy Sunday.